Is FujiFilm the dark horse in the mirrorless camera wars? Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. So today, once again, we are on the comfy couch and we're gonna be talking about FujiFilm. I feel like we've been talking a lot about Panasonic and Sony and Canon and Nikon, but not really a lot about FujiFilm. And I do believe them to be that dark horse in this mirrorless camera wars that are currently going on and that are coming to a head probably by the end of 2018. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me first start out with the reason for this is I saw that there was a firmware update that came out as of yesterday. And I was reading through it and it just reminds me on how Fuji works with their customers, with their clients, how they recognize what the photographers want, need, and they give it to them. So for every single update that they put out there, the camera that they're updating is constantly getting better. In comparison to Sony or Nikon or definitely Canon, whenever there's a firmware update, it's a problem. All right, we put a Band-Aid on a problem. It might be hot pixels, it might be banding, it might be flicker, it might be something, always fixing an issue, never giving you more. Whereas when Fuji comes out with a firmware update, it's always not bandaging things. They put a couple of bug fixes in there, but it's always giving you more. Let me give you an example. So if you have an X-T2, this is what you're getting. You're going to get focus bracketing up to 1,000 images. You're going to have customized enlarged indicators in your LCD as well as your viewfinder. They're giving you now F-Log directly to your SD card. What is that? Log gives you that neutral, that flat image when you're dealing with video. So then later on you can do your color grading after the fact. That's awesome. They're now also giving you 1080 at 120 frames per second. Really? So that's slow-mo. They just bumped it up. They also now are saying that they improved phase detection autofocus performance by 1.5 stops of light. That is a significant improvement when it comes to focus, to tracking. That's major, guys. That is major. They also said that they have flicker reduction when it comes to fluorescent light bulbs. You get that flicker sometimes. These are the additions that they've put into this firmware update. Now, as you can see here, is if you have an X-T2, by this firmware update, you're getting a beefier camera. You're getting slow-mo. You're getting F-Log directly to your SD card. You're getting 1.5 stops better performance when it comes to autofocus. It's crazy, guys. And see, that is the story with FujiFilm in comparison to the rest of the cameras. Like I said, they listen to the client, they listen to the photographer, and they're constantly giving more. So when you buy a camera, instead of it going just south with time and it just becomes less and less relevant because the features are just not there, they are continuously adding to the camera. They're making it better and better and better every single iteration with the firmware. So you're talking major improvements just by software. You don't have to go buy the new X-T3 that's going to be coming out. You have a really good set of additions to your X-T2, right? It extends the life. Most camera manufacturers don't do that. They want their cameras to be like toilet paper. They want you to use them for a set period of time, throw them in the garbage, and then buy another roll. Okay? That is the problem where Fuji doesn't do that. That's what is one of the things that I have to say that Fuji really excels at. And a lot of people are not aware of this. And I want to make you guys aware of it. Also, where I think that they have really got it right, besides customer service, okay, in their firmware updates, is that they are circumventing, right, the full frame mirrorless war that's going on. Okay? They are playing it differently. They have, in my personal opinion, their APS-C mirrorless locked in. I think that Fuji's X-T2 as well as the H1 is probably one of the best APS-C mirrorless cameras on the market. That's my personal opinion. Now, instead of going into full frame, like now Canon is doing and Nikon's doing, chasing their tail or chasing Sony, they said, we're not going to do that. They made a GFX line, the GFX 50S, soon to come the GFX 50R. This is a medium format mirrorless camera. Now, yes, the current iteration that's out there is around $6,500. Very expensive. The top Sony, the A9 is $4,500. It's about $2,000 more. Still a lot. But guys, the GFX 50R that is slated to be maybe even shown at Photokina coming up. Definitely by the end of the year, we're going to see this camera. The thing is, this camera is going to be under $4,000. That's what a lot of people are saying. Now, if that is the case, you will have a medium format mirrorless option, okay, at the same price as like a Sony A9, which is full frame. See what I'm saying? So they locked up the APS-C, in my personal opinion, and just completely circumventing the full frame. I think it is a brilliant, brilliant decision when it comes to Fuji. Now, how it will all play out, I really don't know. But I do think that we should pay attention to Fuji and what they're doing. And a lot of us aren't. They're kind of falling away a little bit, and people aren't listening to what they're doing or seeing what they're doing unless they are in the Fuji camp, so to speak. Us Canon shooters or Nikon shooters, or definitely the Sony people, are not looking at Fuji at all. And I think that's what they're doing. They're coming up. They're that dark horse in that mirrorless wars that's going on. Because if you guys have never shot a medium format, now you know I use medium format when it comes to my fashion. Medium format is amazing when it comes to the depth of field. Is just simply butter. The sensor is this big and not this big. Okay, it's massive. You're getting a ton of light, and the depth of field is just beautiful, beautiful. And the resolution is for days, people. The resolution is forever. When you take a full frame image, and I actually did this test on one of my fashion shoots. You could look back maybe 100 videos ago. I think it was a 5D Mark II against a Hasselblad 40 megapixel at the time. And we compared the same image, and when the Canon just couldn't resolve anymore, all right, that medium format Hasselblad just kept going. It was just amazing. So anyways, guys, like I said, watch FujiFilm. Understand what they're doing with their firmware updates. And if you currently own a Fuji X-T2, definitely go download this update, this firmware update, and install it. You're going to get a lot more for your X-T2. Now look at the pricing. This X-T2 is coming in at $1,100. $1,100, guys. The H1 they just came out with is like $1,600 and change. Really pretty reasonable for what you're getting, guys. Really reasonable. So let's not forget about FujiFilm. Like I said, I do think they're the dark horse. Watch them and see what happens after Photokina, and see if they kind of rise up to the top with that medium format play that should be coming out by the end of the year. So that's it, guys. I want your opinion. Let me know if I'm all wet behind the ears, or if I don't know what I'm talking about, or if you think I'm right, wrong, whatever. I love this conversation that we have, and you guys are just so articulate about your responses, and so just in-depth and detailed, and the time that you take to write these comments. I just have to thank you 100 times over. Thank you for helping me grow the channel, because this is just getting better and better and better, and the interaction is getting more and more and more. So anyways, guys, if you enjoy my content, as always, throw me a big, massive thumbs up. That would be absolutely awesome. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button so you can get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find a lot of photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years. And hopefully there's something there that you might like. If there is, please pick it up and support. That's it, guys. Happy shooting. We'll see you in the next vlog. Take care.